Hello everybody, welcome back. Welcome back. Today we're going to be doing a fun challenge of a random art piece. So I'm going to draw random things and then we will see what we get, and then I will draw using the criteria that I pick, or the mysterious cards I pick. So before we get started, please like, subscribe, and comment your thoughts below, and yeah, so let's just get into it. This is gonna be fun. I'm really excited. So we're gonna start off with, like, I don't know, I think I put either like abstract, realistic, or a mix of both. I don't really know how I'm gonna do that, but there's three here, as you can see. Let's put them behind the back. We'll shuffle them up. Pick this one, which is, I hope it's a mix of both. That would be so much fun. No way, it is. Mix of both. Awesome. Okay, so we're gonna do a mix of abstract and realism. And I'm gonna probably count because it's thin. Does it work? I should just sit back. And now we're gonna do, I think this is like whether I can do black and white or color. I kinda wanna do color because I feel like black and white is gonna be too hard. Here's our thing. What? These cards are in my favor. How is this possible? Okay, so we're gonna do a mix of abstract and realism, and with color. So now we're gonna do subject. I think I put landscape, people, and animals, but I'm not actually sure. This is gonna be interesting. So in this cute tiny little pot here. So I guess shake them out, and we'll pick this one. This is exciting. I don't really have a preference. Ooh, landscape. Okay. So we've got a mix of abstract and realism with color and a landscape. So I'm not really sure how I'm gonna do this yet, but this will be exciting. Let's see. Okay. Now, these are cards for our medium. So, let's see what we're going to be using. I believe I put markers, pencil crayons, and something else, but I can't remember what. I don't know. Might have been you choose or both. I guess we'll see. Okay, so we're going to toss my foot. I must pick this one by my foot. Okay, what does it say? I don't know what I'm hoping for this time. This is interesting. Oh, markers. Okay, so to review, abstract and realism with color of a landscape with markers. This is exciting. Okay, and then this one is my color scheme. So I'm gonna pick this one here. I picked like warm, cool, and then my choice, and then the other one was spring, and then rainbow. So I don't know. This is gonna be interesting. Ooh, okay. Spring. So I have to do green, yellow, and pink. So, to review, we're gonna do an abstract, realistic art piece of a landscape using color, markers, and the colors green, yellow, and pink are required. I have no idea how I'm gonna do this, but let's get started.
Okay, so we're going to get started with our three main colors of pink, green, and yellow. And I traced out an outline of the mountains before in pencil, but you couldn't really see, so I just cut that out of the footage and just went right in with the marker. So yeah, I really was kind of confused on what to do for this, because like you can't really make realistic mountains in shades of pink, green, and yellow. But I figured, why not draw three mountains and have each one be a different color, right? Because there's three colors, and then three mountains would work pretty well. This was actually quite tricky to get my sketchbook to work well, so, because, like, I had to prop it up in a weird way, but it worked. We figured it out. So, yeah, on the yellow mountain, just gonna add some shading to the cracks that I made, because, I mean, like, all mountains have cracks, or some sort of texture, right? Yeah. Anyway, so, yeah, just doing that, and I'm gonna go in with, like, a super light yellow, and fill all that in and try and blend out the cracks, which was kind of hard because blending with the markers that I have is not very easy. But it works, and we got there in the end, and I had to go all the way down like halfway down the page because I'd drawn mountains, or no, not mountains, yeah, hills below that, which will take up the rest of the space. So yeah, going back in with like the darker yellow to like redefine the cracks and kind of like make the ink wetter, and then going back with the lightest yellow to like blend it out. And it worked better this time, as you can see. But for some reason, it just like wasn't enough. Like I didn't really, like by the time I was done this, I still thought it looked kind of plain. So I drew another crack down there at the bottom because I figured, that space looked kind of empty and lonely. So we added that. And then I added cracks all the way over the mountain. And you can't really see them from close or far away like it is right now. But they are there. And I think they really, added the finishing touch to that mountain, even though I didn't apply it to any of the other ones. Spoiler alert. But yeah, so the yellow mountain, I am quite satisfied with it. I think it looks really good. And I went over it again with the lightest yellow just to make sure that it was all blended. And then we can get rid of those markers, and we're going to start with the green. And the green, I had the least amount of pens to work with, markers to work with, which was kind of frustrating. But I don't know, I think it actually kind of made it better because, you just had the two colors and they blended well together. I don't really know what happened, but it worked out really well. So yeah, I'm just going to fill it in with that lighter shade of green, which I guess kind of looks like mint. Does that look like mint to you guys? Yeah? No. Yeah? No, that's not mint. I've changed my mind, it's not mint. Anyways, yeah. So I filled in the whole mountain with the light green. And for some reason, my markers were super low on ink. They kept dying all the time. So it was a little bit hard to fill in that big space, but it worked. So yeah, I'm just going to add some more darker shading, redefine the cracks, and, I don't know, are they cracks? Crevices? They're cracks now, whatever. Anyways, yeah, trying to blend out all that shading I did and stuff with the lighter green once more. Just trying to, bleed the ink, make it bleed into each other, if that makes sense. I think it does. That's what came through my mind when I was doing this. But so yeah, just blending out the green mountain, and then that's done. And now we can move on to the pink mountain, which was, I think, my favorite one to do, just because I had the most amount of colors and the markers didn't die on me as much. So yeah, just gonna add a little bit darker to each of the cracks. And I had 4 colors for this. So I did the lightest for the background, the darkest for the tracing, and then the 2 others in between. And the lightest one for this one was actually really nice. It was really smooth compared to the other 2, which kept dying. And it didn't die at all. So I was really grateful for that. And I mean, this is already looking kind of really abstract and stuff. And I was quite happy with it. And, I tried to make the mountains the realistic part of the drawing, but that was kind of hard to do, especially considering I had to do it in pink, green, and yellow, which are not very realistic colors for a mountain. But, we got it done and we finished it eventually, and I think it looks really good. So yeah, just going back in with the darkest pink to redefine that edge between the pink and the green mountain, adding some more shading and stuff, because I did want this to be the realistic part of the painting. Or drawing. This is not painting. What am I talking about? So yeah, I was having trouble with my sketchbook again, and the back wouldn't stay up because it was propped up against some books. So I had to get a paper clip and clip it up, and then that stayed up for the rest of the video. So we've done the mountains, and they look semi-realistic, but I wasn't super happy. And I figured I was allowed gray and black and stuff, because I kind of had to have those. But now we're filling in the hills below. We're going to shade it out kind of messily with dark green, just roughly, because this is going to be grass, and it was abstract, it was supposed to be half abstract and half realistic, but the abstract part was most prominent in my brain, so I wasn't very stressed about it too much. Yeah, so just roughly filling that in with dark green. And then we go back in with light green, but then that kept dying on me, so I had to drain it out a couple times. But yeah, so just trying to fill in the rest of the white spaces and stuff, and just making made it very rough, because it was abstract and I wasn't too worried about the realism right now, but later I did get kind of worried, because I had to do both, right? So instead I took a break from the light green because it was dying, and I added some yellow streaks to it. I'm not sure why, it just seemed kind of the right thing to do. at this point. And then I added gray to like show the depth between like the hills and stuff. Yeah. Going back in with the light green, just like that, and you know, covering the whole thing in the light green to the best of my ability. And yeah, I'm not sure what the realistic part of this drawing is yet, the grass or the mountains. I think both of them look quite good, you know? Yeah, so this was quite fun to do, honestly. I really enjoyed this challenge, so maybe I'll do it another time. Yeah, and then I went back over it with yellow and redefined the gray shadows on the right side where I hadn't gotten to light green before I did the left side. And then we're going to do the sky, and I cheated a little bit by adding blue because I could not, it was looking very abstract, and I was kind of panicking because I needed to do realism in here. So I just did a blue sky and, you know, did like the depth of it, like dark at the top and then like fading to lighter. But yeah, because like, you know, it was looking very abstract and I was like, oh no, I need to have some realism in here. So I decided, well, I'm gonna cheat a little bit and add a blue sky. And to be honest, I kind of regret that because it was already looking quite realistic with like the shading on the mountains and the grass. But, you know, I don't really regret it because I do think it tied the painting together quite a bit, and I'm happy I did it. And it did make it look more realistic, and like, you know, the bright colors, they're quite abstract and stuff. But I don't know. I kind of wish I did like them in shades corresponding to the mountains, you know, like made the sky the lighter shades. Maybe like a different color over different mountains, like maybe green over pink, yellow over green, and pink over yellow. I feel like that would be cool. Maybe I'll do that another time. But anyways, so yeah, just filling in the sky, and I'm trying to add that depth that I was talking about, like that shading on the sky, and I think I actually did pretty good on that. I'm quite happy with the sky. And then I'm going in to trace around the borders of the mountains, because the sky kind of overlapped a little bit, and just tracing around it with the gray, to separate the sky from the mountains, because I colored outside the lines a little bit. Yeah, and then that was it for the drawing, and I was done. I signed my name in the bottom of the corner and called it good. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if I should do this again. I really enjoyed this challenge. Comment your thoughts down below if I did good, and I'll see you next time. Bye!